Welcome, everybody. Charles and I are back from our fantastic voyage to Lambeau Field, where Charles and I got
Lambeau
to
Field.
interview a few fans. Charles was on the mic as always, and we got to interview some fantastic people from Charles, both New
Oh,
Orleans
man, all
and
over.
Green Bay.
Yeah, the furthest traveled was just over 1,200 miles, the individual that was one of the 3 Saints those 3 Saints fans we talked to in the beginning there,
Right?
actually,
Yeah.
yeah, those gentlemen, yeah, they traveled over 1,200 mimiles. The general consensus from Saints fans, though, is that most of them picked this game because
It was an easy win.
because it was
Yeah.
an easy win, and
Yeah.
boy, oh boy, let me tell you.
In the beginning, it was looking like it was going to be an easy win, but like we all know, love
So,
doesn't fail.
I mean,
Love never fails.
I gotta ask you a question.
All right. I'm ready.
What does Matt LaFleur and John Madden have in common?
Matt LaFleur and John Madden. Ugh. How do
Not a
they both like to draw on fucking
Yeah.
teleprompters?
Up until yesterday's game, John Madden had the highest home opening win percentage in NFL history. Now, thanks to Matt LaFleur's victory, or Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers comeback victory, Matt LaFleur has now leapfrogged John Madden for first place. Matt LaFleur is now the winningest opening day head coach in NFL history.
Oh, so is he batting 1,000?
I'm pretty sure he is.
I don't think he's lost one yet.
I don't think he has lost one yet. Another streak that stayed alive last night, and most of them had come from Aaron Rodgers, but Devontae Adams did catch his 13th straight Sunday night football matchup. It did have something to do with 13 fucking catches, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns. No, he is not playing against me this week, but I did see the damage he did to Ready, Set, Go. And
Oh, man.
42 fucking
S
points.
Speaking of receiver, dude, this was the weekend of receivers because Keenan Allen went off too. He had
Keenan Allen
18.
went
He
off.
had 18, for somebody.
Miami's stats
Yeah.
alone, bro. I'm pulling
Well,
this
Miami was
notebook up.
running the ball through a fucking brick wall. They were just on it.
Dude, we'll get into Miami and Denver here soon. Absolutely. But I do want to start the show with the Green Bay Packers. Absolutely. We're from Wisconsin. We live in Wisconsin. Might as well. We love the cheese curds.
Yeah,
This is what we do.
it's our home team. We love all football, but we especially love
Yes,
our Packers, so
absolutely. Except Kenny fucking Pickett. The fuck is wrong with you, Kenny Pickett? God,
he
throw
might
it.
not be the franchise quarterback. He might
No,
not
he's
be it.
not, and we'll talk about that too. It's horrendous, actually. So, here's my notes from the first 3 quarters in the Green Bay Packers. Defense played pretty good. Rashawn Gary is as dangerous as he was, if not more dangerous. And this might be Joe Barry finally putting him in fucking position to
He's
do something great.
unblockable. He's
Yeah.
unblockable. Like, if he's out one-on-one, he's unblockable.
The emotion he set forth in that locker room, bro, at halftime, I think I was messaging you. I was messaging a whole
Yeah.
bunch of people. We're missing a veteran presence on that team. Maybe not. Maybe Jordan Love did become that. But so the effort from Valentine continues to impress. I love seeing this kid out on the field. Yes, he's a 6th or 7th round draft pick. He's obviously a
Gritty. He's
rookie.
tough. Yeah, he's
He's
gritty and tough.
But
Yeah.
man, he plays with the heart of fucking Valentine's Day. Let me tell you, I love seeing this kid out on the fucking field.
Let's not shit on the fact we can shit on the fact that the officials missed about 6
Oh
pass
my
interference
God,
calls.
we will
I mean,
absolutely talk about
just
that also. And
just
dude, I think at one
I'm
point,
bitter about it. I'm just
dude,
bitter.
I made a whole fucking post. I'm like, dude, this is, and I think I canceled. I don't know if I
Yeah,
posted.
yeah, you backed out of it. Yeah, I did the
Yeah,
same thing. I did the same thing.
2023 already. Get the fucking human error out of sports. I'm done with it. I'm fucking sick of it. You can't tell me there is an AI out there that can figure this shit out. I'm over it. I'm over it in
I
baseball. I'm
guess
over it in basketball. I'm
I
over it in
guess we don't
fucking
wanna be
football.
relying on it in football because football still has that human aspect where you wanna be able to watch and see what happens. You don't let instant replay ruin sports. Yeah. You wanna get the call right? Yeah, but pass interference still needs to be we can go look at it, but
I agree with you. I agree with you. But that's what these blood fucking suckers lick on, bro. They
yeah.
grasp onto the fact that, oh yeah, we don't want to take we're not taking the human element out. We're taking the human air out of it. I want checks and fucking balances. You mean to tell me that if this fucking head ref on the field just goes, suck my dick, everybody's got to suck the dick. There's nobody who can call down and go, hey, listen, you guys are really fucking up. There's got to be like a half times check and balance, something. The analytical sheets need to come back out on these fucking.
Let's revisit this one later. Let's find out who those officials, the officiating crew was, and
Absolutely.
let's critique their performance throughout the season and see if they're consistent with the way that they call the game and how they let
Right.
the game go, the flow. I won't be upset with it. Maybe that's just how they call a football game. They call it
And,
tough.
and I think there needs to be a rule revisited. There is no fucking way a team should be able to play 10 players back to back instead of 11. And we will get on this Notre Dame head coach fiasco. I don't care if nobody's talking about it. I think way more people should be talking about it. The biggest fucking stage, the biggest moment of the game. And the coach goes, yeah, I didn't want to take a penalty. I figured it was the wrong thing. So instead, you lose the game. You give it to 10 fucking guys. There should be something to be called in that sense. If you do it once, that's cool. Maybe this is unprecedented. Maybe nobody has ever sent 10 guys out on the field for 2 back-to-back fucking plays, one
And
after a timeout.
I don't know if maybe some of that has to do that he's a rookie head coach. Like he's a young head coach. I mean, he doesn't
Yeah,
know these. He's never
right,
been in this situation.
right.
Maybe I don't know.
And we will revisit this too, but how the fuck you get the coaching job at Notre Dame?
I don't.
Like, that feels like a really big oops.
It is if you're a Notre Dame fan, but over the years, Notre Dame just hasn't been the same
Right.
program,
I agree. I agree.
you
But
know?
if nobody's talking about it now, later on in the season, when people are trying to put Notre Dame in the playoffs, and I hear if it wasn't for that situation where 10 men were on the field, Notre Dame could have fucked you.
It could have been a corrective action situation,
F
like you just said.
you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. That
Exactly.
was on the
So,
coach. Don't blame the players, that was on the coach.
and I agree. I agree. But it's a team from the head coach to the fucking ball boy. If you're going to punish them as a team, it needs to be accepted as a team. You mean to tell me that the fucking defensive captain on the field isn't, yo, where's JR or
Y
fucking Kevin
Do you
or
wanna know what was
Jeff?
it you wanna know what was interesting to me? Is that they lost to Ohio State, but the law I didn't see the SEC bias. They did not put them above they put them above Alabama still.
Mhm.
Freaking one
Yeah,
loss
Alabama's
Alabama.
bad.
They're
Anywho,
not
you're right.
bad, but they're not
You're right.
Alabama
You're right. You're right.
level,
They're not the
but
Alabama
they're
that
still a top 10
we're
football
used
team, I
to. Yeah,
mean, but
absolutely. They did put the beat down on Ole Miss. So
yeah.
anywho, the defense arguably only gave up 1 touchdown and a field goal. Not even arguable. Back to Green Bay, by the way. Sorry. There is a lot that happened this weekend. There's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
that happened. But the defense, well done, Joe Barry. Well done, Joe Barry, in the only sense that you put your fucking players in better positions to make the plays they're able to make, and the defense went out there excited. You were saying off camera,
Yeah.
pre-show, you were saying something about this. I'd love to hear that again.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Joe Barry had like a meeting with the players. He had a meeting with his, I guess you would call him his defensive coaches. And they all talked with the rookies, and the rookies, the consensus was that we need more speed. We need more speed on the interior and defensive line. So
Yeah,
they brought in Colby Wooden, Carl Brooks. They were 4th and 6th round draft picks, day 3 picks. The team came and stated that their primary goals in the draft were to add players who would generate pressure on the interior defensive line with quarterback pressure, obviously. And these
yeah.
players throughout the last week pushed these veterans to play better because they were on their ass, and apparently
Well,
that helped. So Barry did something good for once. So maybe don't hashtag maybe don't fire
well,
Joe Barry
my hashtag way too soon fire Joe Barry rant.
is over
I'm not
for now.
apologizing for it
No,
because
no, no. You just
if that hiccup that didn't happen, if that hoopla and the storm that was on the horizon didn't show itself, I
yes.
don't
We
think we
don't,
would have gotten what we fucking got last week.
oh,
So
right. You don't recant your
it's just,
well, we
and
don't do that
honestly,
on this show.
no, and honestly, it's on pause, motherfucker. It's on pause, and the
It's
motherfuckers to Joe
paused.
Barry. It's on pause
It's paused.
because I mean
Pause.
the players are doing great. I do. I loved it. Special teams, I don't know what to say. I think special teams from now until the end of the fucking season needs to be doing tackling drills.
I don't
All they need to do is tackle drills.
I
Don't
I
kick
don't
the ball
know.
anymore, just fucking
That
tackle.
that punt return, that dude is good. So it's taking nothing away from that guy. I mean, that guy has done
Good
it
punt
before.
returners, good punt returners return on Green Bay no matter what. They don't
Yeah.
return on fucking the 49ers. Special teams is key. It's one of the 3 pillars of football. There's a
But I mean,
reason it's there.
here's the kicker. They did address. They addressed it. They went out and got players, and they got
Yeah.
the best special teams coach there is, Bisaccia. There's no reason for this. Like you said, there's
No,
no
I
reason
agree.
for it. It's
I agree.
practice,
That and
practice, practice,
right.
practice.
And
You
that's
know.
what I'm saying. There's no I think the only thing that can be done because we have everything. We have the
Well,
pieces, we have the
you,
part, we have the coach. Tackling drills.
well,
I think
right? Are
these
you think
motherfuckers need to go out there in the goddamn sun and just fucking tackle.
right? But are you thinking the same thing? I'm that little rugby running kick too. That thing just kicks those little knucklers down there,
Yeah.
and those things are harder than hell to try to catch. I
We're
think the
we're gonna start seeing a hell of a lot more of that due to
yeah,
the new international
yeah,
roster man slot. We're gonna be picking up a buttload of fucking rugby players for punters.
yeah.
And
I'm
to
sure we
think
will
about
be.
it, I'm gonna tell you right now,
Them boys
who's
are
that?
tough.
Who's that old boy that fucking was smacking people? Do you remember that kicker that was just smacking people in college? We about to
Oh,
start seeing that in the NFL. These punters are going to be out for blood if rugby players are coming in making this NFL money.
yeah, but I think the last NFL one, like that really was McAfee was good.
Mhm.
McAfee would go out there and smack some people. Old
Yeah,
Pat.
yeah, and
Shout out
let me
Pat
tell you
McAfee.
what, we won't talk much about the Colts because I know he drowned the shit out of it and their punter or their
Well, good
kicker.
good for him though. That's his home team. That's
Yeah,
his baby. So that's why
yeah.
we do the Packers. You do the Colts. Like,
Can we like re-record these Colorado fucking matches coming up? For one, they're
can we not?
unranked, and
Can we
I'm
not?
getting
Can they drop it,
I
dude?
mean,
They're
just
not even. They're not ranked anymore. Let's.
I mean,
Oh my
the,
God,
the
Charles, we went
greatest
over.
game of the year is coming up
Yes.
soon.
I about pissed myself when I sent that message to you saying, "Yes, the greatest football game of the
Oh my
season is
god.
coming up. We've got USC versus Colorado." Absolutely not. You name 10 people that before this there was a lot of hype. Now it's like it's crickets. I don't hear anything.
Oh,
You know,
it was so pathetic. They are who we knew they were.
right? And I'm
They
not
are who
bashing
some
them.
people thought they were, and they are who ESPN didn't see they were.
Dude,
Right?
this is the thing. The fact that Shadur Sanders went and had his little press conference and he was saying, "Y'all need to hush up with the if we had Travis Hunter BS." Because even he was being like, "Dude, he
Yeah.
wasn't going to make a difference in this football game." He's, "Dude, we did
Yeah.
not play well. We
No,
did
and
not play up to our standards." And he goes, "Even if we had," he goes, "We all know what the result would have been. We still would have lost.
yeah.
It's a better football team." They're
Right.
not making excuses for themselves, but they're not making it
No.
easier on themselves either.
No, and the platform is true. People have been recruiting or recruited to Oregon for the last 8 years.
I'm going to be
Fucking
very yeah.
Colorado just showed up 3 days ago.
I'm gonna be very irritated if they start pulling some of these top recruits just so that he can build a program there for him to leave that program. That will piss me
Yeah.
off because I don't want if I want to see Dion on top, I want to see Dion on top for a franchise program and I want to see him there for 5 to 10 years. I don't want to see
Right.
him come there, recruit all these kids and then bail on them and go somewhere else
Right.
like to the NFL.
The
He
and the
says he's not,
only
but
right,
he will.
but
Money talks.
he wasn't leaving the HBCU either.
Yeah,
He wasn't
exactly.
leaving the HBCU. He
He
wasn't leaving the
he
HBCU.
left
Don't
like a
worry, I'm
thief in
here.
the night.
I'm
He left
here. And yeah, the fucking Indianapolis Oilers all fucking over again, or the Baltimore Colts, whatever the
well,
fuck they were,
n
all
well,
over again.
the most recent one was Notre Dame's coach went to LSU.
Yeah.
He left them in a night, in a day.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
didn't even have a conference. He
Yeah,
just
yeah, he
yeah,
straight up left and then
he just
fucking
left.
woke up with that southern drawl.
Yeah. Yeah, his press conference. "I really like it down here in
I like it down here
Louisiana."
in Louisiana.
God,
So
these
Derek
people,
Carr
man,
left
so
in the
fake.
third with a concussion slash shoulder. It ended up being more of a shoulder.
Yeah, the
I'm not
concussion
happy with
was
special teams, but
yeah,
yeah.
the concussion was just, like a protocol thing because he got
And
smacked in the helmet or whatever.
and these sportscasters need to be reminded that I don't give a fuck about their opinion on what the fuck is going on anywhere other than you're there to tell me the plays and tell me stories in between the plays to keep me interested. Tony Romo does it well. What I'm really getting sick and tired of is hearing how sorry they are for a program or how this doesn't make sense.
I think part of that though is it's hard for them to take the fan emotion and separate it from that when
I
sports
agree.
when you're stuck at a crappy game. If it's an exciting game, it's very easy for you and I
Right.
to like talk about it in a positive way. If you've
Right.
ever been at a game and you see a team getting the crap kicked out of it, you don't even want to watch the game
No.
anymore. You want
But
to go do something
Y
else.
but since I'm there, what I would focus on is all the great things the other team is doing. I don't give a fuck if I'm talking about how great the other team is for 60 minutes because that is the product that's on the field. I don't wanna hear for 45 fucking minutes about how sad this other team is and how much you thought they were gonna pull out better, and then
Maybe
15 minutes of fucking fluff on the other team because you're just sad and you don't want like, what?
maybe this is an
Makes no
interview I can call up Brandstetter and ask him, be like, "Have you ever you have to have been part of a blowout before. Now explain to Charles and I, like, how you do color commentary during a blowout and tell us why the new age people can't do it." I think he would be on
Maybe
board with that,
I
with
think so
telling us.
too. I agree too. And
'Cause I think he probably
maybe
feels
I
the same.
am wording my frustrations. Maybe I'm
No,
miswording my frustrations a bit,
no,
but yeah,
no,
I
you're
think
just
you're
being
right.
colorful with it, that's all. It's
I think
fine.
we were blessed. To be honest with you, from what you were saying, something that collected into my mind is that we have been blessed with fantastic sportscasters from age fucking 10 to where we are now in our
Yeah,
mid 30s and
they're
fucking
now they're starting to get to retirement age, and we are starting to
yeah.
finally
And
see a little bit of, ugh,
I know it. Yeah, I agree. I
culture
agree.
shock.
Maybe that is it. Maybe this is just what we have now. And
Yeah,
you know
we're
what?
stuck.
Maybe I've just put y'all on too high of pedestals. Maybe the Tony Romos of the sports world just aren't going to come around as
We
often
did
as they did.
we need to chop her down. We need to chop
Yeah,
them
yeah.
pedestals
I'm
down
gonna
just
chop
a
that
tag.
pedestal down. You know what?
Yeah,
Fuck. If you're gonna give me, yeah, I got to
yeah,
stop putting every. Yeah, they
yeah,
see. I don't
yeah.
even have words for this crap. So,
No,
anyways, let's move forward. Offense. Now, again, this is the first 3 quarters of the Green Bay Packer game. Offense. We're gonna have these games with Jordan Love.
yeah, you're gonna have growing pains. That's
It's a
exactly what a lot of people said. It's growing
you know,
pains.
it's about does he improve from game to game? This is me talking to myself, right?
Can I
Yeah, go ahead.
well, I just wanna is this something did you write down the fact that he overthrew a wide
Oh
open
yeah.
Musgrave?
Oh
This
yeah.
dude would have had over 100 yards
Yeah.
receiving. He was
Yeah.
wide fucking
Oh yeah.
open.
Yeah, they're all in here. There's this was just first 3 quarters. The
Yeah.
defense was playing too good for me to fucking say anything at
Right,
all.
and I'm not trying to say those should have been rushed. There was one where he sat in the pocket and he just overthrew this guy. Like,
We'll
mhm,
absolutely get to how fucking shitty Jordan Love was for the first 3 quarters, and there
yeah.
is no other way to
Well
fucking say that. No,
well, I think
there's no
no,
other way to say
they
that.
were driving in the 3rd, so I guess the 2 and a half, 2 and
No,
a half quarters.
no, 3 quarters. They're
No, 3
shit
the no, the
because
3rd
the fourth down play with the miscommunication and the fucking penalties on that fourth down drive. Hell no, I cannot give them any credit for the first 3 quarters
they
between
scored that touchdown
miscommunication
immediately in the 4th quarter, though.
in the fourth quarter after they got the ball back.
When did they score? I thought they
because
scored
it
right
was
after the 4th
because it
quarter.
was touchdown in the fourth quarter, or it was a field goal, defensive stop, touchdown, 2-point conversion, defensive stop, touchdown, missed 48-yard field goal, 17-18 Green Bay wins.
There you go, you just recapped the whole thing.
No, that was the fourth quarter. That's not even the whole thing. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but that
This
is the
is
whole
just
game.
yeah.
The whole game was the 4th quarter.
Yeah. Yes. So the third quarter, does he improve from game to game? The defense did more than enough this week. Like I was saying, I cannot believe that I'm sitting here and I was so fucking angry. It wasn't that it was shit. It was that it was like they didn't come to play. The penalties, the miscues, the overthrows,
They
the
we're gonna
maybe they just weren't ready for a home opener at Lambeau Field. All these young kids. That's what was
we
going through
are
my mind.
we're really gonna see how good they are Thursday because they're going
Short
up
week.
against one hell
Yeah.
of an offense. The Lions can play offense and they've got some pass rushers. Good old
Oh yeah.
Hutchie Poo.
Special teams was disgusting as always, and offense was just as horrible. I'm not going to
Charles,
put too much pressure on Jordan Love, but if what I saw this week is what we're going to see, we're not going to have to put too much pressure on him anyways. Now remember,
no,
this is all third fucking quarter. This is like first 3 quarters here. This is where these notes are coming in.
yeah,
I even put that on there pre-fourth. Luke Musgrave is going to be super talent. That fucking
our
dude.
He already is. They just can't
Oh
get him the
my
ball. Like,
god, man, it's gonna be nuts.
and think how good he is without even having a number 1 wide receiver, because Dobbs is out there as the number 1,
Right.
and Dobbs is a number
Yeah.
3. Toure.
I tell you what, if Jordan Love could put that ball on Dobbs more like Aaron Rodgers was, and obviously it's not gonna happen this year, Romeo
No.
Dobbs, number 1 wide receiver. I
Oh, yeah.
holy fu I don't know if he has the height,
He's got
but man,
hands, though. He's got
he's got a
hands.
catch radius that's
Yeah.
growing like Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The amount of injuries just seemed to be too much for the coaches to overcome. Again, this is 3rd quarter thoughts. So I'm
Yeah,
sitting here
yeah.
thinking about our fucking injury list. I'm like,
I agree. I agree.
multiple offensive penalties tells me they were not ready. They just weren't ready for that Green Bay crowd. Very young team. I'm not sure if the wide receivers aren't running correct routes or if the play call isn't allowing for a 3rd and long
Well,
situation.
they definitely ran the wrong routes quite a few times,
Multiple times.
because
You
there
get
was
3rd and 8 and the fuckers are catching the ball and they're
well, no,
breaking the route at the 6-yard line. I'm like,
well,
"What are you
you noticed
doing?"
that. You noticed that when Love
Yes.
he took off out of the pocket, because it wasn't just that it broke down, he was like, "Dudes aren't even in the right spot for me to throw the ball." He's like, "No,
Yes.
broken play, broken play."
And that's what I was talking about, why I can't give them any fucking credit. Even that last play, we were goal line stand fucking I'm telling you, he was wide open. He misread the linebacker and he sat down instead of continuing moving forward. And then our defense stopped him. And that's when everything fucking started to click really well. And I loved it at that point. But again, too, all right, so now we're in the 4th quarter
Yeah.
starts. It's 17-0 Saints. 17-0 Saints. Derek Carr's gone, but Jameis Winston is playing well. He is not playing like the whole time I'm screaming in the carts, Jameis Winston, throw a fucking interception, Mr. 40-40. Fuck. And no, he was playing the Saints, a couple of penalties, a couple of miscues. They lose that possession. We go down, 4th down again. We're in the red zone. I'm like, all right, we've already lost basically 9 points by not taking field goals. This game could have
Yeah.
been much different without the fucking special teams. Here we are again, another woulda, coulda, shoulda, and he kicks a field goal. I'm like,
Alright, yeah, I was just like, he made it.
but the defense comes out and gets another fucking stop.
Yeah,
Hammer.
3 and
Boom.
out.
I'm like, wow. And then we start seeing just life. That it was basically a 2-minute offense for the rest of the game. We
Yeah.
go down, we score a touchdown, we get a 2-point conversion on that
Yeah.
touchdown. Again, mind blowing. I'm driving in the car, losing my shit on that
8-minute
2-point
drill.
conversion.
8-minute drill is really what it was. It was like 8 minutes to go in the game,
8-minute
and they, like,
drill.
just
Yeah.
snapped right into it.
And then again, too, though, out of all the miscues, out of all the mistakes Green Bay made, righteously, the game did not come down to the hands of either the offense or the defense. It came down to the hands of the special team. And in that sense, the special teams did not cause a penalty. They did not fuck it up. And they just let the Saints kicker miss on his own because,
Yeah. Someone
I
like
mean, statistically, it wasn't working for him anyways. His
no, did you
misses
see how
come from
small he
plus,
was? The dude was like
yeah.
5 feet tall, like
And his misses, all of his misses have come from plus 45.
oh, it was wide. It wasn't even close. People were like, "Yeah, it was close." I'm like everybody said it was on like a shank. It was like a slice or whatever. It was
Yeah.
pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
I mean, it was a direct,
Yeah.
if the center of the field goal
It was about
was
10 yards to the left,
10
yeah.
yards, it would have been
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, it would've been right in there.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a very good kick.
Yeah, right down the middle that way.
So now to touch back on some of the things you brought up during those notes.
We can go over them quick. We're
Yeah, yeah,
25 minutes
absolutely.
in talking about the Packers, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I do agree with you on the Jordan Love situation. I was not happy at all, but if the Green Bay Packers play like the first 3 fucking quarters in the first quarter against the Detroit Lions, I'm turning the game off because there's no way we're coming back from that one.
Oh, no, you're not coming back. It'll be 21 or 24 to zip. It
Absolutely.
won't be 17 to nothing because of they won't be kicking field goals, we'll just say that.
No, they got a lot to work on,
Yeah.
too much to talk about, but god dang it, we're 2-1. Jordan Love's got a QBR of almost 90. He's got over 600 yards. He's got what I think 6 or 7 touchdown throws and 1 interception.
I'm
We
not
are in
gonna
a good fucking boat.
I'm not gonna speculate,
No.
but Bakhtiari did have a cryptic little message on his Instagram page there where he said something about getting there or something. So I'm like,
Yeah.
is he hinting at
Okay.
Thursday night? He's gonna be
Oh,
ready to
you know
rock
what?
or
What would you know what? With Bakhtiari's injury history, and with the games back to back like that, fucking Sunday and then boom Thursday. Maybe it wasn't a David situation that held him out this game. Maybe it was he wanted to be there for the Lions, and with this little bit of extra break.
I like that Watson came out too and said, "Hey, I don't wanna be sitting on the sidelines. I
Mhm.
wanna be playing football." So I appreciate that, him being
Yeah.
like, "Hey, assholes, I wanna be
Yeah.
out there playing football. You guys just don't understand that I'm trying to get healthy
Yeah.
so that I can be there for the rest of the season, and you guys already said you didn't expect this from us, so be fucking
Right.
happy that we're winning,
Hot
assholes." You
hot
know?
take. I
What's
don't
crack?
want Christian Watson playing until halfway through the season.
No, because he's not gonna make it till halfway through the
He's not
season. We
gonna
know
if
that.
he goes out with one more severe injury,
Oh, even a
we're
handful.
not bringing him back, and nobody's gonna be picking him up. He might end up on a practice squad somewhere. The dude's got talent. Let's not Los Angeles fucking Angels him and beat our workhorses till they die.
No, if they can manage to somehow squeak into the playoffs with the team that they have, injury ridden or not, then good
Yeah.
for them. And these guys will be able to ball out for 4 or 5 games, the last 4 or 5 of the season to make a push. Who knows?
Yeah,
You never know. I don't know.
absolutely.
What do we know? We're just fucking armchair quarterbacks.
We're
So
amateur armchair
yeah,
analysts.
I
We're a
don't
part
get
of the AAA club.
I sure hope you guys aren't taking your fantasy sports advice or your sports picks from Charles and I. 'Cause we don't even give them. We just give our opinions on the games that have already happened. So
Yeah,
there's that.
yeah.
And there wasn't really anything in college that other than outside of the Notre Dame debacle that you wanted to speak about. Everything else pretty much went as scripted, if we want to say that.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not even ready to get there yet. Oh my god, dude, I'm
I
still heated. I'm sweating
honestly
just thinking about it.
honestly, I don't really care because it's fucking Notre Dame and Ohio State. I really don't
I
care.
the only reason I care is because nobody's talking about it. They're talking like Ohio State won that fucking game, like it was like, yeah, this was Ohio State's coming out game. Motherfucker, if they didn't have 10 people on the field for the last two plays of the game, Ryan Day's play calling would be on spotlight again. Ryan Day's a shit coach. He should not, but whoa,
Oh, oh,
keep Ryan Day.
state. Oh,
Keep
state.
no, keep Ryan Day. My bad. Ryan Day's a really good coach.
Yeah.
Ryan Day puts his players Ryan Day puts his players in position to win the game. Keep Ryan
Hashtag
Day.
don't fire Ryan Day.
Yeah, no, keep Ryan Day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that
This
works out. Yeah.
just people, these
I
people.
won't talk no more bad shit about Ryan Day. Hell no. I'm just now realizing that as long as he stays at Ohio State,
The
they will
crappy
never
thing
beat Michigan.
the crappy thing is I don't see Ohio State beating Penn State, and I honestly, as of right now, I don't see Michigan beating Penn State. Oof,
Yeah, I'm not.
man, I watched that game, and I
Who'd
tell
they
you what,
play?
that Penn State?
Oh, Penn State played Iowa.
Iowa,
Yeah.
and they
The
made
only
I
the only reason people are even talking about Iowa is because a Michigan quarterback is playing there.
don't know, but Penn State, their defense is good. It's scary good. Like,
Yeah.
it's I thought that yeah.
I agree. It's a good team. It's a good team, and it's gonna be a good fight, but I'm not worried about Penn State. I'm
Well, Penn
not.
it's not Penn State and Ann Arbor, though, it's Penn State. It's a whiteout, and Michigan
Yeah.
has not played
We
well
kicked their we
there.
beat their ass last whiteout, didn't we? We shoved it
No,
down their fucking throat. I'm pretty sure we
that's
beat their fucking ass
y
last whiteout.
yeah, you remember who the quarterback was, though, too.
Who was their quarterback?
The Packers backup, and he sucks.
Oh, yeah, Cliffy.
Cliffy was not a good college
Mm,
quarterback.
yeah. Listen, and this is my thought process on all of this, right? Ohio State was, oh yeah, Ohio State's gonna blow Michigan out of the water, blow Michigan out of the water.
I don't
Ohio
honestly,
State, the only reason up until this Notre Dame game, people were afraid of Ohio State. The
there's not really a
messages,
dominant team in the entire country right now. Not one that I can
no,
see that would blow any other team out by more than a couple
no.
touchdowns.
Ohio State has talent on the field, but they got a shithead on the sidelines. I'm not worried about Ohio State. And if the only thing Penn State is going to bring to the table is that whiteout fucking crowd, they've got a good defense, but they don't have the offense to match with Michigan's offense. They don't. I don't know who is out there saying that. They're probably the same four-letter fucking people who's got Ohio State, even with a loss to Notre Dame, at a 59% chance to make the fucking playoffs.
See,
I
I
just
mean,
can't take that shit anymore.
If Penn State blows the doors off of Ohio State, I'll be worried. I will be worried that Penn State's the real deal because they have 5 stars up and down that fucking field.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
quarterback's a 5 star, their 2 one of their running backs is a 5 star.
If you
They
were
they've
Penn
got
State,
talent.
if you were a Penn State fan, would you be worried about Michigan?
Yeah, of
Well,
course I
then
would be.
that's yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah.
course, but they're the defending back-to-back champs. Of course you're worried about them.
I'm not worried about the past. I'm worried about who's on the field right now. I have not
Well,
seen something from
I
Penn
haven't
State
seen
that
I haven't seen Donovan Edwards freaking run for more than 7 yards this whole season. I'm worried about that.
I'm worried about that too. But yeah, but we've watched Michigan way more than we've watched Penn State. We're watching Michigan to find the holes to watch to make sure Jim Harbaugh covers them up. We don't watch Penn State the same way. I catch the highlights from whatever the
I'm not
fuck they thought they did good.
I'm not
There's a
even
lot of
entirely
shit Penn
sure.
State. There's a lot of shit Penn State has left on the field. A
I'm not
lot.
sure how much he even was coaching last game because it almost seemed like he was allowing more to call everything from the booth because he wasn't very animated like he
He's
usually
just
is.
happy to be there.
Yeah,
He's
well,
just
I
happy to be
guess,
there.
but it wasn't exactly easy.
Right,
They
but Moore isn't
struggled.
gonna but again, too, though, right? Like, Moore isn't gonna be the one fucking calling the plays against Penn State, against Ohio State, if shit's going the way it did against Rutgers. This is fucking Rutgers. Rutgers is a good team with a good coach, but this fucking Rutgers. They weren't gonna beat Michigan. And I don't care how many times Jake Butt tells you that. It was fucking Rutgers. We had a weird hiccup in the first quarter. And the argument, did fucking Rutgers score any more than 7 points?
No, they didn't
They
score
got
any
that
more than
first
7.
quarter fucking touchdown, and then the defense came in and shoved it down their throat. Most of the other networks right now, I don't know if I even thought about this with the officiating too. I'm
But the
like,
Big
man, the
10 the Big 10
NCAA.
kisses Big 10 ass, and SEC kisses SEC ass,
Well,
ACC,
absolutely.
blah, blah,
No,
blah,
I'm
you
talking
know, it
about the
is what it is.
NCAA making sure that their refs fuck with Michigan. This is my conspiracy right now. They're
Mm,
pissed about that cheeseburger thing.
you will not find that out until the Michigan State game because that is in East Lansing, East
Mhm.
Landfill, you wanna call it East Landfill, right? And we're gonna find out. Are they gonna fuck with Michigan there? Because I feel like Michigan
Yeah.
State is just a fucking dumpster fire.
And
So, they
the
might not
other
Michigan State might not win another football game. Have you looked at their schedule?
yeah, I did.
It's
Yeah.
terrible. Like, it's rough
Bears
for
too.
them.
Yeah, between the I don't know who's worse right now. The Mets, the fucking Bears,
I don't know,
the Los Angeles Angels.
apparently the Bears they're gonna bench him. They giving him one more chance, and they're benching his ass, and
Fieldsies?
they'll probably be better without him,
He's
honestly.
lost 13 straight games.
Yeah, the Lions lost 16 in a season, so it can't be that bad. They're probably not that bad.
Justin Fields has lost 13 straight games in the NFL. The Bears have not won a fucking game since October
Yeah,
2022.
yeah,
They are that bad.
yeah.
They got a chance thanks to Carolina being this bad. Although, yeah,
I don't think Carolina's that bad. They're just
Carolina's going to have a top 10 pick this year. Absolutely. I
no,
would not be
I
surprised
don't
if
think they're as bad as the Bears. Like, I think
no, no, no. I'm not arguing that the Carolina is worse than the Bears. No, the Bears are going to be the number 1 draft pick.
hell,
I don't think there's
Arizona might have just dumped themselves out of a top 10 pick the way they've
yeah,
been playing. They've been very competitive.
but
Arizona's
Carolina,
been
oh
very
yeah,
competitive.
yeah. I mean, without fucking Murray, they just yeah, fucking
Well, they're
Dallas
that is
Cowboys.
they have a good coach. He's a
Yeah,
good coach 'cause he
absolutely.
they beat the piss out of Dallas.
Yeah.
So,
All you got to do is watch tape, run the ball, don't get behind. Run the ball, don't get behind. Because Dallas's offense can't do shit. Yeah, hold on. You got me bouncing all the fuck way around here for a second. What was I just talking about before Dallas? The Bears. Yeah, Bears and
I'm
Carolina.
about the Bears. They
No,
both
there's not
suck.
much to talk about, but the Bears brought me back. Carolina's a bad fucking team. That's what I'm getting at. They're not
It's
going to have
only
the number 1 draft pick against the Bears, but
but the
Carolina is going to have a top 5 fucking draft pick. Carolina's the reason I'm talking about this is because the Bears own Carolina's fucking number 1 draft pick this year.
yeah, we talked about this. They could possibly have a 1-2 pick. It'd be the first time ever.
Since the 93 Indianapolis Colts or
Yeah, but
91
I think that was
Indianapolis Colts.
traded to them. This wasn't traded. They got this because they traded for a guy, which is the opposite of how it should actually work. You shouldn't actually get
Yeah,
someone else's pick because you traded for one.
yeah.
That to me, that
Yeah.
blows my mind.
Yeah, they ended up getting a wide receiver. Yeah, yeah,
They got DJ
absolutely.
Moore, yeah.
But the Bears are bad. They're just really
Yeah.
bad. Justin Field actually, outside of CJ Stroud finally doing something, which I guess every blind squirrel grabs a nut. I can't. Oh yeah, there's one Ohio State quarterback who has a winning record in the NFL. One,
Well, he's still only
and he
1 and
only had
2.
4 starts.
Yeah.
I can't even remember his fucking
Stroud
name.
Stroud might be the he's probably gonna be the best quarterback that if he stays healthy that has come out of Ohio State, and that's not saying much.
No,
Not saying
no.
much at all,
I
so
do agree. I do agree. I think depending on the physicality of Anthony Richardson, depending on if the dude keeps taking hits or starts
he's
protecting
not
his body.
his career is over.
Yeah.
You cannot the way he plays football, he reminds me of a Michael Vick
Yeah,
or
already
quarterback.
out for he's already out for concussion. He's
He's like
already got a concussion.
he's
He's
like
missed at least 1 game.
he's Lamar Jackson, but buff but probably more buff.
Right. And I can't tell you too a little bit back on a little bit back on the Bears too. It is absolutely hilarious hearing some of these analysts yell at the Bears now for not letting Justin Fields run more. Are you trying to get this kid killed? Like
Yeah.
just
That
send him
O-line
out of
is
the NFL at
terrible.
this point. You've got him in a terrible situation with the
Right,
Bears,
yeah.
and now you've got way too many people. The kid's throwing people under the bus already. The Bears have broke this dude,
Oh,
and
yeah.
shame on you, Chicago. Shame on you because he really is talent in a bottle. Hopefully, he finds it somewhere on a practice squad. Hopefully, he ends up with the fucking 49ers or something.
True, yeah.
Who knows? For him, anyways. Vikings dropped to 0-3. They're trading Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins will not be in Minnesota this whole year.
I it's gonna be rough. Minnesota, it's you're pissing away 2 very good receivers because you guys just wanna hold on to that big contract that you gave Kirky boy.
I just can't
Not
believe it. I
not a
just
good I
cannot believe it. And they're not in a situation. They will win enough games that they're not going to have a good enough draft pick to catch anybody. So what do? I can see the Vikings trading away Justin Jefferson for a top 3 draft pick to pick up a quarterback to get rid of Kirky Cousins,
I
where
don't know
they
if you
already got rid of him at
I don't know if you get
at
rid
the
of
year.
him. You can get rid of freaking the other guy. The guy
What
they
other
just
piece? But if you're calling me for, let's say I'm calling you for a top 3 draft pick, I'm the Vikings, right? You got who you asking for?
well, you're not gonna get a top even with Jefferson, you're not gonna get a top pick because they're gonna you as an organization are gonna wanna get not a you're not gonna wanna get a rookie, you're gonna wanna get a player in return as
We're
well.
talking in a world where Carolina just shit the fucking bed with this entire scenario.
They traded away an aging McCaffrey. Like, he's
No, I'm saying that the Bears traded their number 1 draft pick for a wide receiver who is less talented than Justin Jefferson with that DJ Moore. Did they not? Am I getting that wrong?
no, I think it's some
How you're feeling right now is exactly how the
I
world crashed
I
and burned when it
Charles,
happened.
I need to know the scenario around this trade.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Look it up. Look it up. So back to it anyways. What else do you take? I'm You're talking about the Vikings trading for a number 1 draft pick. They're not going to get the number 1 draft pick. They're not going to be that bad. So who do they have to trade for that number 1 draft pick? If you're coming at me and I'm a shit fucking organization, I'm saying, give me Justin Jefferson or get the fuck out of here. I'm going to take my own number 1 draft pick. And if you're in a rebuilding stage already, I think you keep Justin Jefferson for whoever the fuck you bring in. But how are you going to get whoever you're going to bring in? That's what I'm saying. This year, you're looking at who the number 1 draft picks are going to be. You got Caleb Williams, Drake May, some names that are going to be statues, right?
Yeah, it's because they traded him. They're the number 1 overall pick. So they basically swapped picks. They didn't trade him a pick. They swapped picks.
They swapped
Yeah,
picks and got a wide receiver.
yeah.
Okay,
No, no.
okay. So what do you mean no? Where did DJ Moore come from?
Yeah, yeah. It's a
From what
separate
fuck?
yeah, but it's a separate it says it's a separate transaction.
What?
So,
Yeah, a draft pick for a draft pick, and then a
yeah, the
player
draft
for. But the bundle was fucking that the Bears switched their fucking draft pick and got DJ Moore.
yeah, but Carolina won that trade. They got the best quarterback in the draft.
The dude who's already fucked his ankle.
He's not fucking
I'm telling you, it's
close.
gonna come out. The Texans with who the no fucking Bryce Young is playing on Carolina, bro.
Yeah, he didn't fuck his ankle up.
Yeah, he did. He did not play week 2 with a fucking high ankle sprain or something.
Yeah, he didn't fuck it up though. He's out for a week or two.
You on drugs sometimes, I swear. That's fucked up.
He didn't fuck it
Is
up.
he out on the field? Is he out on the field? No, he's off
No,
the field with a fucked up ankle. He's got a
he
bummed ankle.
he tweaked it, and they have like, the worst fucking wide receiving core in the fucking NFL. It's not that bad.
Fucking Andy Dalton just went out there and put 30 up. So it can't be that bad. Andy Dalton just fucking put 30 up.
That is the Red Rocket, Charles. Do never talk
I don't,
evil of the Red Rocket.
so but you're just sitting here telling me Bryce Young's better than fucking Andy Dalton. And
Well,
Andy
he's
Dalton
obviously
went out there with the
starting.
same fucking
He's
offense and put
starting
30.
over him. He's the number 2.
Yeah, you got to. You got your number 2 draft pick. But when Andy Dalton goes up there and puts fucking 30 points with the same goddamn offense, and you ain't even been able to do what? More than 20?
He put 27 up.
27 ain't 30. You talk to people in the NFL. Scoring 30 points in the NFL is hard. Scoring 35 plus points is even harder. Welcome to the Miami Dolphins. Unless you're the Miami Dolphins and that fucking sweet, funny little dude named Mike Daniels.
Yeah,
holy hell.
Bryce Young's averaging 300 yards a game.
So you can't tell me Carolina's wide receivers are shit. Listen, you are kicking me in the nuts right now, dude. You're kicking me in the nuts.
Hey, just because you're averaging a lot of yards, Matthew Stafford, Detroit Lions, does not mean that your receivers are good. It means you're playing from behind all the time and you're having to throw the ball.
You can't say that. Matthew Stafford has had some great wide receivers.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the greatest of all time for most of his career.
Yeah. Every time that he's played, he's had the best receivers. I'm saying just because you pass doesn't mean the quarterback is great.
But you said Carolina's receivers are shit.
They are shit. I bet you not one of them makes a Pro Bowl this year.
Dude. You just went in a big ass circle.
No.
Andy Dalton scored 30 with fucking Carolina's offense.
So did Bryce Young. He actually scored 30 his first game.
First game.
Yeah, they only played one. He said he was out last game.
They've played 3 games, dude.
Yeah, he said he was out in game 2.
He played week 1, week 2, and he's been out week 3. He got hurt in week 2.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he never even got to play the whole game. He got hurt.
You are taking me in fucking circles right now.
No, you said he got hurt. So he has 300 yards passing. He never even got to finish the game.
In week 2.
Yeah. So he's only played basically.
I'm not arguing that Bryce Young isn't good. I'm not arguing that Andy Dalton is better than Bryce Young. I'm not arguing that Carolina Panthers wide receiving core is shit. I'm saying CJ Stroud is going to be better than Bryce Young. I'm not saying none of that. Bryce Young is already hurt. He's already out one game. If he's out one more game, he's out of the fucking rookie running.
You want to hear their wide receivers?
Yeah, who are they?
DJ Chark, Terrence Marshall, Jonathan Mingo, Laviska Shenault. I can't even say this dude's name. Mike Strachan, Adam Thielen. There you go. There's the best receiver they got.
Who fucking dropped a 35 or 38 burger last week or this week on the fucking field too. Listen, there's okay.
This is why I like it, because we don't always agree. We could take it in circles. It's fine.
I don't mind going in circles, but listen, there was a few exits we should have taken there. The wide receiver thing, yada, yada, yada. It is what it is. Carolina's a fucking shit team, and they're going to have a top 10 fucking draft pick. They're going to have a top 5 draft pick. I could see that now.
All right. I want to do one thing, though.
Yeah.
Let's go over their schedule, because I see a couple games the Bears could win. Now, you tell me if the Carolina Panthers are going to win or lose. I'll go through every game. We'll go quick.
I don't think the Bears aren't going to end up with the number 1 draft pick.
I just don't want. This is Carolina's. I want to see if they're going to go 1-2, because I want to see how many games you think Carolina's going to win. All right, we're going to do a bang.
Yeah.
Home versus Minnesota.
Oh God,
it's Carolina.
That's got to be a loss.
At Detroit,
loss.
At Miami,
loss.
Home versus Houston.
The way Houston's playing right now, loss.
Yeah. Indianapolis at home.
Loss.
And this
maybe that's a toss-up. That's a toss-up.
This is where it gets interesting. They go to the fucking Bears, dude. They go to the Bears.
That'll be a battle. That could be a battle for the number 1 fucking draft pick.
I was getting this at. This is but
it doesn't matter, because whatever the fuck it is, it's the Bears anyways.
I know, but what I'm saying is they're gonna fuck themselves. Either way, the Bears could fuck themselves out of
If
it.
the Bears lose that game, they get the number 2 draft pick and the number 1 draft pick from Carolina. If the
Yeah,
Bears
that's
win
what I'm
that
saying.
game, they get the number 1
Yeah,
draft pick and
yeah.
the number
So
2 draft pick from Carolina. What are you saying?
I'm
You're
saying
agreeing
that
with me.
I'm saying because the Bears could lose and fuck Carolina because what happens if Carolina wins, they get a worse draft pick because they go up, they go down the chart. Like the better record, they're gonna get a
The
crappier
Bears
pick.
still have their draft pick from this year
What I'm saying is if they
and
the better
Carolina's number 1 draft pick. They have
if Carol
2
yeah, but
first round draft picks. Carolina
yeah,
does not have a draft pick this year, a
yeah,
first round draft pick.
They've got the Bears draft pick. What I'm saying is Carolina can fuck them out of getting a top 10 pick if they end up with a better record.
Hold on, listen. By
This is
next show, I'm gonna send you the emails and everything. The Chicago Bears have their number 1 draft pick this year. It is
yeah, they
not
have
going to Carolina.
no, they have Carolina's pick.
They have both of them, dude.
Yes, I'm saying the Carolina can screw them out of a top 10 pick by finishing better. The
Wait,
same way that the Jets and the Packers scenario worked out. We have the Jets pick. They could fuck us by winning 16 games and getting a
okay, hold on though, dude. Hold on though. We just how many games until fucking against the Bears? Because every one of those was a loss. And they're
6.
already at fucking what are they at? 1-3 or
6.
1-2?
Yeah, something like that.
So that'll be 1-8. And let's just say they beat the Bears. Now you're 2-8. Let's keep going. What's after the
Alright.
Bears? You're 2-8 right now, coming out
Dallas.
of the fucking Chicago with a win.
Dallas.
There's a loss. There's 2-9,
Tennessee.
2-10,
Tennessee's not good.
t-
Tampa Bay.
2-11. This is my thought. This is how I'm looking at it. Bro, I don't see them winning 5 fucking games this year.
New
How are
Orleans,
they going to fuck the
Atlanta,
Bears out of
Green
that
Bay,
fucking draft pick?
Jacksonville, Tampa. You never know.
Damn
You
it.
never know.
Yeah, I do know that I can't smell a unicorn's fart, and that's what fucking Carolina is hoping for by fucking Chicago out of the draft pick. Hell no. You bottle a unicorn's fart for me, and then I'll
Here's the
believe
thing.
that scenario.
Here's the thing. I didn't tell you. It's a protected draft pick.
So regardless, it is what the fuck just happened?
So it's protected. So it means they can't get a top pick. They can't get a top 10. It's protected.
Listen, no, like I said, I'm gonna look.
I didn't
into
know.
this.
See, I was thinking. I was
Listen, no,
waiting for
because
you.
There
I was
is
wait-
like, bro,
I was
there's
waiting
like
for you.
fucking, there's at least 10 other people that I've gathered this information from that get paid way more than I do. There's no fucking way that maybe they could all be that wrong, but I'm gonna have to get new sources and everything. If you're sitting here telling me that it's impossible for the Chicago Bears to end up with 2 top 5 draft picks this year, something about it being protected.
It's got to be protected.
No, stop it. That's out of it. But moving on. Miami had a 300-yard passer, a 150-yard receiver, a 200-yard rusher, and their 70-20 slacking of Denver. 4 times in NFL history has the score gone to 70. And 72 is the highest score in NFL. Mike McDaniels there had a chance to go for the field goal. And he said afterwards, "Hey, Mike, why didn't you go for the field goal to fucking highest score ever?" He's, "I don't fuck with karma." He went, "Oh, I love that." I really enjoyed that. But I think the Miami Dolphins, if Tua stays healthy, has a chance to outshine the 1999 greatest show on turf, the LA Rams. Take it to the bank. I think Miami is the Super Bowl winner. I don't see anybody stopping that speed. As long as they stay healthy, they're my pick to win the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be Miami versus 49ers in my way too early Super Bowl prediction. What are you looking up?
I lied.
Listen, I know, dude. I know. I told you were taking me around in circles and you
See,
listened to me.
I was looking at this freaking list right here that was clearly from July of 2022, and it was saying they were shopping them around. And then this one says, "Yeah, this is dude. You can't trust anything you fucking find on the internet. This is
You
awful."
couldn't trust me. I'm your counterpart. I'm the one telling you.
We established this. We don't get our facts. We don't get our facts straight.
Oh my goodness. All right, yeah, we are. Fucking Dallas can't be trusted. Let's jump to week 4 here. What are we excited for in week 4?
Everything.
Everything. I don't know. Yeah, 0
The
and 3
fact the
versus the
fact that
0
we
and
got
3.
football in 3 days. We got football in
Yeah.
3 days.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
Packer
I'm
football in 3
excited
days.
for I'm excited for the Packers-Lions game. I don't know why I'm excited, but Matt LaFleur, I trust, man. He is a
Yeah,
good fucking coach. He is a
love it up.
good coach. I'm loving watching what he's seeing. But the Lions are coming to town on a streak.
Yeah.
They're coming to town on a Lambeau Field streak at that.
Was that 2 in a
I'm not
row?
2 in a row at Lambeau
Yeah.
Field. It's time for us to pick this shit up and smash him in
Dick and twisted.
You're taking twisted. So you got Dolphins at Bills. That's the game I'm excited about. And really, the playoff picture is looking mighty fine for Miami because they have the Bills and the Patriots before it gets cold. And then the Bills and the Patriots go to Miami when it's cold. And the Super Bowl's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Stacks are chipping up towards Miami. But you've got the Dolphins at the Bills, 3-0, 2-1. What is that? A noon game? So it's probably a 1 o'clock game. Yeah, I think I'm getting Central Times here. Finally, I don't know why. Bills defense came out and smashed Washington. Literally, Josh Allen didn't do shit.
Punch him in the mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. In fantasy, they got 31 points. It's
Damn.
crazy. Yeah, dude. I'm like, what? Let's see. Broncos at Bears. 0-3 versus 0-3. We're finding out who we are. Just got smashed by fucking 50 points, Denver, versus we are not playing Justin Fields anymore after this Chicago Bears.
How about the fact that he left freaking he left the quarterback out there in the 4th quarter when they're getting fucking hammered. Your starting quarterbacks out there when you're down by 50. I think that he just doesn't like them. I think that their coach is like, "Fuck this guy. I hate him." That's
What?
right. That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Go kiss more babies, motherfucker.
Yeah. Because why
Yeah.
would you have it's like he didn't care if he gets hurt. Dude, you're down by 50. You're not coming back. Why do you have your starting quarterback out there?
If Sean
It made no
Payton could
sense.
do the 83-man flip on his roster, only it's 53 instead of 83 like Prime, he would. I don't think Sean Payton.
Peyton is funny as fuck because Peyton knows he's there for the long haul. He's gonna be a coach. He's
Yeah.
gonna be in Denver,
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
going to be there for a really long time. Absolutely.
Honestly,
I
would you
do
even want him at this point?
man, if I could go in if I could get a time machine, one thing I would do is go smack Sean in the face and go, "Bro, wait 1 year,
Yeah,
the Chargers, there's no way they're keeping Staley."
yeah.
Honestly, if it wasn't for his
Dude,
players fucking picking him out of the shit, Kirk
no
Cousins being
shit,
Kirk
dude.
Cousins, Staley might be fired now.
Exactly. Did you see that bullshit? He went for it on 4th down, and I'm like, "Dude, even if he had
Jesus.
made that" the guy goes, "Even if he had made that 1st down, they should have fired his ass." They won the game, and they still should have fired
Should
him.
fired his analytically.
Oh, or punt it because they only had, like, what, 50 seconds left, you dick. If it wasn't for that ball getting tipped away from the guy, yeah,
Yeah, that's it. If it
yeah,
wasn't for players making a great play, and it's
yeah.
crazy, dude. I mean, they would have almost scored 100 points in 3 fucking games and lost all 3 of them.
Here, because I'll bring the humor back to you because I bitched you out and I'm gonna edit that out of there. But here's the thing. Would you have kicked that field goal, Charles, to break the record? Would you have
The
kicked
Mike
it?
Daniels thing?
Yeah. Would you have kicked
Yes.
it?
And
Yeah.
karma would have came and bit me in the nuts.
Yeah, but why do you worry about karma? You going to break records.
I think right
Right.
now I worry about karma because I thought about her too much for the last few years. And you're right.
But
You the
records are
record
meant to be
sports
broken.
records are there because they're there. Somebody at one point put 72 up. Did
Yeah.
somebody ask them? Yeah. When are we going to see it again, dude?
Probably never, unless Miami does it against somebody because Miami plays Carolina. They
I was gonna
might
say
put it up against Carolina.
they could do it against Carolina.
Is that we'll bring it back to Carolina. That's fine. Yeah. This is a good one to bring it back to Carolina.
No, I agree.
I just
Frank Wright's got a lot of work on his hands down there in Carolina.
yeah.
He does. See, Rams at Colts. Oh, I'm like, why are they 1-1? They play tonight. The Eagles
Yeah.
also play tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple games tonight, that's for sure.
Man, I don't
I
even
need
really want
I
to
need some
talk about.
big Are you gonna win? Are you win your fantasy matchup or no?
No, probably not. I started off with a plus 140 to 90 ratio. He had just his flex and his tight end went for 53 points total
I
combined.
got 3 guys going tonight and I need
Yeah.
41 points.
Yeah, it's 125 to 118, and I'm waiting on my quarterback. I'm waiting on Jalen Hurts, but he's got Philadelphia's defense and Cincinnati's kicker. So one of those two is going to do
Uh,
something.
if
I got a
Hurts I
chance.
if Hurts goes off, you have a chance, and if
Are you
it's a shootout, you're good.
Yeah. And are you
If
ready
it's a
for this
shootout, you're
too?
good.
The
I'm ready.
projections are me 139.85, him 140.1. I'm about to fucking dude, I promise you I'll end up losing again by sub 2 points, which will fucking dude, that means that the 3 weeks in fantasy football, I'm in the top
Mhm.
5 for points for, and I've lost 3 times
Brutal
by
schedule.
less than 5.5 points.
Charles,
I've
I had
only lost
nothing
it
to
by
do
less.
with the schedule.
I
I
know
had
it.
nothing to do with it.
But it's crazy, dude. Like, I don't
It's wild. It's fucking
you know what? It's I was telling Brad today too with it. I was like, bro, I was like, I've got a really good foundation moving forward. I drafted way too many players that
if
will do good if somebody else does good, right?
if we all like our teams, we'll do a keeper league, and
Right.
we'll allow everybody to keep one player, but that's if everybody wants to come back next year. I feel like a lot of people are having crappy seasons. It's not just all of us.
Well, yes, and for those that are diehard fantasy fans, that is fucking fantasy football.
Yeah.
That is fantasy football. You can
Charles,
have a
like,
12-person team, 3 people are going to do really good, and fucking 8 people are going to do really bad.
guess what? You live and die by the sword, baby.
You
Live
live
and
and
die by
die
the
by the sword.
sword.
Yeah, I do. Well, I agree. It's funny that you bring this up because I was thinking about it today. I think we should make it a keeper league,
Yeah.
and we'll just replace teams as needed. If people
The
don't
shitty
want
thing
to,
is there's not one player on my team I wanna keep.
no,
Maybe
no,
maybe Jalen Waddle, I don't
yeah.
know. He's
No,
hurt
actually,
too.
yeah. The Dolphins scored 70 that Jalen Waddle didn't even fucking play.
Yeah, that's the nut kicker right there. That's the nut kicker. The fact
Their
that
running back scored 51
I
fucking
got goose
points.
egg. It bothers me a
Yeah.
fucking lot.
Oh man, it is too. It is
I
too. But
got
hey,
and I yeah,
that's this football season. I still got it. Even if I lose these next 2 games, not this one included, but if I'm 0 and 5, but my points for still have me up there, I'm not worried about it. Because I know there's 4 games that I'm gonna win, which should get me into the wild card thanks to my points. I'm scoring
yeah,
fucking points, dude. I've
right.
yet to score sub 130. And hell, I don't there's at least 5 people who haven't made 100 yet.
Oh, yeah. Damn, didn't break a hundo, huh?
No. Oh, I'm
That's
so
that's crazy.
yeah. But I was sitting there looking at it. Otherwise, I don't. You got the battles of the ones and twos, Raiders at Chargers. As long as Jimmy Garoppolo's, I don't know. How do you look at Mike Shanahan and go, "Hey, man, let me take your trash. You don't know how to work it." That dude had Jimmy G for a really long time, and this dude is a really good coach, and they've got a really good GM, and they've got a really good fucking system. How do you look at that system and go, "Oh yeah, no, whatever's wrong with him in your system is not going to be wrong with them in mine."
Oh, yeah. See, I
Uh,
don't
there are some weird fucking minds in football right now, dude. If Deshaun Watson gets 2 more fuck off penalties and he gets like a disqualification, dude, the
I
Cleveland
like that.
Browns are gonna fucking chop him out of his contract.
Yeah, I like that you said that. I think that's funny, these are fuck off penalties because yeah, that's it's what it is.
That's
Is
exactly what it is. The NFL, and I promise you, guess what? Guess what?
yeah.
If I'm the NFL, guess who I don't want in the NFL, bro? I don't want Deshaun Watson in the NFL. But fucking Cleveland fucked up. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to come in. I'm going to give you a safety net, Cleveland, and you're going to owe me. You're going to owe the NFL for a really long time. But you
200
watch
and
the
whatever
NFL.
million.
Yeah, the NFLPA is going to file a grievance. But all of this will come into fruition in the next 3 weeks if the NFL really is as shitty as we think the front office is. That's capitalism. I should use capitalism instead of shitty, but
Yeah.
it's the same fucking thing, depending on how you word it. Anything else you want to bring to the table?
No, just that I got a lot of editing to do. Um,
I got so much editing to
I
do.
actually I should just edit it out to the point where it comes back where you go, "I fucking told you, dude." Just fucking listen to me. Or leave it in there just because I think it's funny. I know I'm not right.
No,
This is
well,
humor.
but you're
This
not
is
wrong.
good. I
Pat, you're
was
not
wrong. I
well,
was
okay,
I
well,
was wrong.
yeah, but the facts, but, like, the
Yeah.
mentality behind it, this makes great fucking radio, dude. If
Right, you
if
gotta
I'm
have
gonna
this.
if
It
I
is.
sit here and go, "Yeah, Pat, you're right," the whole time, or if you're like, "Yeah, Charles, you're right," the
We
whole time, we ain't gonna
we
get
are
listeners.
we're host and co-host, but in all reality, it's host 1 and it's host A and B.
Yeah.
This isn't co-host. It's my host Charles. This is host Patrick. This is we run this thing as A1, B1, 2. Same difference.
Absolutely.
You and I have the same outlook on it as either one.
I just got school book money, bro. I'm about to text you about some shit on Facebook, so
Oh boy.
I'm kidding about the school book money thing. But yeah, I agree, man. 100%. We make great radio. Sometimes
You got heavy school books. You could get some of these freaking crooked sports cards and flatten them.
yeah,
I
yeah.
need to get a heavy ass dictionary to because that's how you flatten them fuckers. Put
Oh,
them in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 800 magazines from last year's subscriptions, so
Yeah, that'll
that
work
might
too, you
work.
know, just
Yeah.
freaking whack 'em
Oh,
in there.
hey. Oh, I'm so glad you fucking brought that up. So I was on the shitter today, and I've now got this
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've got this rule where I don't bring my phone into the shitter no more. I fell
Probably
off the whole search for things, and I went back on Facebook, got pissed off. I'm like, "You know what? I can't do this." So now I got magazines in there. I was
yeah.
reading October's issue of Sports Illustrated, and there was that article about Alabama's baseball coach getting caught for gambling, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Turns out, bro, this shit is fucking crazy, right?
Oh, we gotta do an episode?
We will, yes, yes, because I don't want to unquote the fucking article wrong, but
Right.
information got from one end of the country to another end of the country via betters in less than 6 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they sent all the information snail mail.
No, dude, no, I'm saying that this situation that occurred in the air that would then
Yeah.
cause a definitive gambling p- push went from the air to where it needed to be for the betters in less
Oh,
than
yeah.
6 minutes, dude.
Did it have something to do with an assistant coach?
Now, they're not sure.
I
The
thought
gambling
yeah,
committee wasn't sure if it was, like, somebody in the
or
bird's
some
eye view thing in the
yeah.
airport, if it was one of the fucking pilots,
It's crazy.
if it was one of the assistant coaches, they don't know, but there's this huge fucking thing
So
going on in the
this
sports
is
betting world.
deeper than what we can even think of. This is
Dude,
like
I've
yeah.
got the page still open. I can't wait to go take another shit to continue reading this.
All right, well, you get on that.
Yeah, I gotta go eat some dinner. And when I get home, I'm gonna finish this shit.
All
Literally
right.
and figuratively.
Yeesh.
Hey, by the way, dude, listen, the world's a crazy fucking place out there. So go find your friend, go out there, yell, have fun, smile. God, people need laughter. So go hook them up with it.
Yeah.